Hello and welcome to the Oasis College Connection tutorial for Nashville State applicants. We're going to start on the Nashville State Community College main page. Gonna just want to go up here and click apply. Scroll on down to apply now. And if you're a new applicant, you're going to go ahead and press first time user account creation. Going to want to put in a login ID. That'll work. And notice that the pin is alphanumeric up to 20, so don't put any special characters in there. You want to let them know that you're not a robot. Go ahead and give it a try. Okay, so if everything worked out, this will be the next page. This is where you will select your application type. So the grand majority of applicants are going to be first-time freshmen. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. Just continue. So if you're applying for this fall, you're going to want to select fall term 2020. Go ahead and put in your information. I'm just going to enter the information for the Oasis Center. We'll get the organization enrolled here in Nashville State in no time. Start here at name. One thing that's important to realize is that these red asterisks, as it says right here, indicates a required field. So, if you see on this page, we're actually good to go. Now, if you want to fill in more information, that's alright. More information will be helpful to Nashville State, but if this is all you got, that's all you got. Press continue. We'll put in the Oasis address. All right. And some of this should autofill for you. Now, right here, you're going to want to put in your phone number. I'm just going to put in a dummy one. Okay. Notice again that the phone number is required by the red asterisk. And Nashville State basically requires you to fill in your address again. So we're just going to throw it back in here. And hopefully it'll autofill here again. And right here, it'll update you if you have something missing or if you've messed something up. So this is a good opportunity here. I forgot to enter the suite number and it auto updated me on that. So pay attention to red writing, red asterisks. They will help you through this process. And notice right here, the phone number is not required this time, so we can go ahead and move through this. Okay, so here's where you would put in your social security number. I'm just going to put in all zeros. Do note that if you do not have a social security number, you can still complete an application to Nashville State. You would want to complete the paper application. However, if you are unable to provide a legitimate social, you will be considered an international student. And just so you know, that will increase the price tag of Nashville State. Okay, so got to throw in your birthday. Just going to put in a dummy birthday for that. And right here is where you would enter Hispanic or Latino ethnicity and your racial background. Notice how these don't have red asterisks. So you can report what you want to report or report nothing. Right here, gender, it's limited to male or female on the Nashville state application, and it is also a required answer. So I'm going to go ahead and toss in here. Citizenship is also a required answer. So with permanent resident, you are able to go to Nashville State with in-state tuition, and you will also be Pell Grant eligible, which means a lot of folks will still be able to go to Nashville State for free. Same with U.S. citizen, of course. Non-resident alien will be required to pay an international ticket price, just so you know. So we're going to continue as U.S. citizen. I am just going to throw in my email there. If you are watching this video and have questions, please feel free to email me now that you got it. Okay. Have you lived in Tennessee continuously since birth? So as you can see, this is required, but this one's a little bit interesting. So if you say yes, you don't have to answer these two questions. However, if you say no, for instance, these still look like they don't need to be answered because they don't have the red asterisk, but you really want to answer them, because if you don't, they will auto locate you outside the state, and so initially your bill is going to show that you're paying out-of-state tuition, which is once again going to be a lot more expensive than in-state tuition. So you want to go ahead and put in when you moved to Tennessee, and you can go ahead and put in why you moved to Tennessee. The when is more important though. Okay, we're going to go ahead and say yes to that. Continue. All right, so this is where you would select your major. Important differences here. And this looks very confusing at first, so see if I can guide you through. So you notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a bunch of AASs, some ASTs, and some of these, right? So the most important thing you need to learn is that these TN transfer paths, right here, they're verified by the state of Tennessee, so that if you take a Tennessee transfer path major and then you transfer to a university in Tennessee, they are required to accept all of your credits. Now, the other option would be University Parallel, which is designed by Nashville State to be accepted by universities, but isn't necessarily always guaranteed to be accepted. So when you can, definitely go for the Tennessee transfer path if you are planning on transferring after 2 years, right? And the AA stands for Associates of Arts, the AS, Associates of Science, the AFA, Associates Fine Arts. So you would find your respective majors within here. Now the AAS is 2 years and done, right? So 2 years, and by done, I mean you are in Nashville State for 2 years, and then upon graduating, you will enter the workforce. These degrees are not designed to be transferable to different universities. So, depending on your path, you want to select one of these. So I'll go ahead and show you how the Tennessee transfer path works. So we hit that. Say I want an Associates of Science. So I'll enter other majors and minors concentrations here, just so I can have this pop up, concentration. And so this is essentially like selecting your major. And so you'll have a large list of selections here. Once again, these are all designed to be transferred over to university. So once again, let's click biology. Let's say we want to do 2 years of biology at Nashville State and then transfer to one of the Tennessee universities to finish out a 4-year degree in biology. You want to list which campus you plan to primarily attend. We're going to go ahead and say main campus. But notice that a lot of people are going to be picking Southeast Antioch. That's the campus over there by the Global Mall. So if you plan on going to that campus, you're going to want to put in Southeast/Antioch. All right. High school code. So this is where you're going to tell them where you went to high school. So you're going to want to start here. The easiest way to do it is look up the high school code, unless you just happen to memorize your high school code. So let's go ahead and we will enter the information for MLK, because MLK is right up the street from Oasis. You don't need to put in the country, just the state. So then you list cities in the state. We're going to want to pick Nashville. All right, now we're going to have a bunch of high schools pop up, and we just need to find MLK. There it is. So then we're going to copy the selected information. Basically, it's just going to copy the name and this number, but that'll tell them a lot. And then you just want to enter your graduation date. I'm just going to guess when it would be, say May 20th. Say May 19th, actually. 2020. Okay. So if you attended another high school, you would press this and it'll just open up another area where you can look up the high school code and just repeat the process. Okay, so previous college. A lot of people are not going to use this page. You are not going to use this page if you're a first-time freshman who did not take any dual enrollment courses. So, if you are a first-time freshman who did not take dual enrollment courses, you're just going to press continue. Go straight through this. Now, if you're a first-time freshman who did, or you're a transfer into Nashville State, you're going to want to do something similar to what you did for the high school page. So you're going to want to click look up college code. Let's just say that we went to Nashville State before. Like if you're a dual enrollment student and you were going to middle college high school, you may have taken some classes at Nashville State. So you're going to want to select Tennessee. Very similar process to the high school. Nashville. There we go. All right, see? It's all on there. And we'll say I took a class there from August 1st. Let's see, 2019 to December 12th, 2019. That was your dual enrollment credit. Okay? Great. So notice you don't have to answer the birth country question, but you will have to answer native language. Go ahead and toss in English. There's a very large list of languages. If it is not on here though, there is a selection called specified not listed. Hopefully you won't have to use that, but if you do, it's there for you. Okay, right here. All male U.S. citizens and non-citizens who take up residency in the United States of America before their 26th birthday must register with the Selective Service prior to registering for classes at NSCC. This requirement does not apply to veterans and others exempt by federal law. So it's asking, have you registered for the United States Selective Service? The Selective Service is also known as the draft, the military draft. So there's a few different things here. If you've already completed your FAFSA, there was an option to sign up for the draft at that time. If you did that, you're fine. You're good to go. You can just say yes. They will have signed you up. If you have not, you can just Google United States Selective Service and you'll be able to fill it out online. If you plan on not signing up for the Selective Service and you are a male U.S. citizen between the ages of 18 and 26, you will need to file some sort of official excuse. So definitely look into that if you are planning on not signing up for the Selective Service. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to go ahead and say yes. And also, real quick, this requirement does not apply to veterans and others exempt by federal law. If you know you're exempt by federal law, you can go ahead and say no. One of the main reasons why you might be exempt is that you are female. So if you're a female, you can go ahead and say no. So, where did you hear about / become interested in NSCC? Notice this is a required question. There's no right answer to this. Just answer honestly. I'm going to say a friend told me. Why did you choose NSCC? Well, because we filled out the application earlier as a transfer student, I would go ahead and say transferability. A listed option right over here. But go ahead and list whatever reason you feel. It doesn't have to be out of these examples either. All right. So, are you a Davidson County resident interested in receiving more information on Nashville grad? Notice that this does not have a red asterisk. So, I really wish it did because it's a great program. Nashville grad will be very helpful to you when you're a Nashville State student. So it requires you to say yes right here, and then you'll receive an email in which you will formally sign up through that email, and then you will go meet with them. Nashville grad has emergency funds and many other support systems that will help you during your time in Nashville State. I cannot recommend it enough. Everyone should sign up. Okay, emergency contact. So none of this has a red asterisk. It's not required. However, I really encourage you to fill it out. Namely because, let's say you fainted on campus and you were in the back of an ambulance on the way to the hospital. This person that you put on this emergency contact will be the person the school calls. So just make sure it's somebody you trust, somebody who's out there to look after you, somebody who they can get a hold of. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and press continue through that. Now you'll notice right here we have all check marks. This is great. Now the application actually is not done. And this confuses a lot of people because they see all the check marks and they think it's done. But you actually need to press application is complete. So once you press that, your application is actually sent in and it's under review. They will also give you a list of items that you are going to have to send in. Below this video, we will have those items listed. Okay? If you plan on attending in the fall, right, and you do your application, say sometime in the month of April, I would really encourage you to go ahead and work on sending those additional items in as soon as you can. All right, folks. Well, that about does it for this tutorial video. Thank you for joining us, and please get in contact with us if you have any questions. Have a great day.